Well, hello, everyone. I'm Gerald from TarotStache, joined by Purple Elephant Deb H and Medium Betsy Palmer. This is our GlimmerGlobe wrap-up, where we look back on what glimmers are, what this year's practice was like, and what we each learned along the way. Whether you filled a globe, wrote one slip, or just listened, you are part of this. I want to encourage us all to celebrate the light we created together. Yay. And Purple Elephant Deb H.
Yes.
Would you like to give an update to everybody? And then I'm going to do Betsy, and then I'm going to give everybody an update from there.
Okay, an update on
whatever the heck you want to tell us.
I want to talk about my channel. I have done, because I have noticed that since I stopped uploading pre-recorded videos, my live videos are not getting very much attention. So I wanted to let people know that I am uploading pop-up live videos. There's almost exactly the same as the pre-recorded ones were. It's just that it's easier for me and my energy level to do them live. So I would like for everyone to watch out for and I don't know if I'm being, like shadow banned. That's entirely possible. YouTube does that thing. So just look out for my videos and come on over and give them a watch. I'm not asking you to watch them live. I'm just asking you to watch them. And because I'm, when I get an urge to make a video, it's usually on an important subject. So,
and it's good to listen when you have that urge.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
I will say one way that people can stay in the know is to make sure that they are, wait a minute,
yes.
Betsy.
Make sure you're
Betsy. Make sure that you like and subscribe.
Yes.
Because it's free. Ring the little bell.
That helps the algorithm. And if
I'm sorry, I'm looking right now to see if I got magically unsubscribed.
So also, if you make a comment, then that helps with the algorithm as well. So
it really helps with, and it doesn't matter how long the comment is. It's about engagement.
Yes, yes.
So there we go. Whilst Betsy is verifying, here you go.
There.
So, and Betsy, Medium Betsy Palmer, who has a new website. So we all do private readings.
Yeah, it's just Medium Betsy P now. MediumBetsyP.com. It was cheaper to just drop half the name than to transfer from one place to, anyway. Yeah, so there you go.
I understand.
Yes.
Thank you, Shine Truth.
Just anything you want. I mean, they can contact you for readings, and you do them online and in person if you happen to be in the same.
All that stuff. That's the same thing as Betsy. Contact us. We all have our information on our channels. If you look under where it says more under the banner, you will find all of our information.
All of that stuff is linked below.
Yes, Gerald has graciously linked it below.
It's all linked below. So, and I do want to say hi to Angie, Shine Truth, Hershey has stopped by, Plucky, Madame Maru, Rooted Willow, hi Tamitha, Sherry, Vicky Howell, Cheryl, Jen Bowles, Visionary Gal, Christine Thomas, and yes. Oh, you got a Betsy and a little heart. I love that. And so Dr. Pamela is here. Good to see you. And Janet DC. Hello, Glimmer fans. So this is day 22 from when we started Glimmers for this year. It's like, holy mackerel.
Went fast, didn't it?
It did.
It did. It really did. So for those of you, okay, hands up for people who are watching in the chat. Have you been noticing glimmers? And of course you're going to go, but what's a glimmer? A glimmer is small moments when our biology is a state of connection or regulation that cue our nervous system to feel safe or calm, especially when the opposite, it's essentially the opposite of a trigger. This is one that is much more affirming focused. And this is, so that's what glimmers are. I mean, don't overthink it, Gerald. So Linda is here. Okay, lots of good stuff. Okay, so we talked. Anything you two would like to add about glimmers?
Well, I will freely admit I did not do the jar this year.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, I have really this year increased my awareness of living glimmers.
Yes.
And making note of them and sending out my appreciations and thanks for them. And so I feel like for me, it seems to have really sunk in a lot deeper doing that way than doing the jar. Because the jar, by the time it was the end of it all, I was, because I do a lot of writing and journaling time, and I don't save any of my written stuff. I just toss it. I have a little bit of stuff saved on my phone, but I throw it all away. So at the end of the GlimmerGlobe, I was like, well, I can't wait to burn this all. So now it feels to me like it's more integrated within me, and I'm living it more than doing it.
I love that. Yeah, living the glimmers.
Yes. And I like that approach, Betsy, because I've done something similar. I don't, when Gerald first started doing glimmers, I think it was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We started, I have not kept a physical globe, but I have made a point to look for the glimmers, and it sort of became a habit. And so now that it's a habit, I do it all the time. And it's it may not be intentionally looking for a glimmer, but I will get them daily. And so the thing is to stop and recognize it, appreciate it, show your gratitude for it.
Yep.
And just it's because it's the opposite of a trigger. It's, I think, important to our health and well-being to notice these things, because just the way that anger hurts us physically, what we get from glimmers, the joy, the peace, the calm, we will help heal us.
I love that. And Dr. Pam said catharsis, integration, all in one.
Yes.
I have an amazing illustration of this.
Ooh, okay.
And before Gerald's turn, I just pop it in.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
I took a little trip to the mainland a couple of weeks ago with my sister, and it was just this bizarre, chaotic time. And as I was getting in the car to leave to go back to the airport to return home, it was a chilly, frosty morning, so I had started the car and it had been running for about 10 minutes to warm up. And so when I walked back out to it, and I'm still in my head just twirling hard, I mean, it was a lot. I opened the car door to hear Bob Marley go, "Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is going to be all right." I'm not kidding, guys.
Wow.
To my toes. Went through me. Yeah. Okay.
I love that. And this is, whether or not you do a glimmer jar, glimmer globe, glimmer journal, If you need to collect the glimmers in a physical way, collect the glimmers in a physical way.
Mm-hmm.
That's good for you.
Yes.
If you don't need to do that and it's an integration thing and living it, then do that. Because I'm a firm believer of when energetically you're connected to it, it's much more powerful. And the universe says, oh, this person wants more of this type of energy. Here, let's give them more. They know how to handle it. I love that.
And the power, too, of writing things down. It really is alchemy, taking things from the mind or from a non-physical and bringing it to the physical world. It's a very, very powerful act.
It is. It's a beautiful form of magic. Tamitha said the people who I touched and those who touched me on my flight to Alaska was their glimmer. I like that. Vicky got goosebumps as you were telling your story, Betsy.
Me too, girl.
Yes. Oh yeah. Hi, Cookie says. And we are joined by Monkey, who is needing his cuddles.
No.
Okay, and Dr. Pam said, I noted the glimmers that induced awe in me on little notes and put them in a jar. For my kids' birthdays, now I make them pick these glimmers from a jar. So win-win. I love that. I love that.
And now, Gerald, it should be your turn, right?
Well, thank you. So what was it like this year for the glimmers? It was an interesting experience for me because what I did was I did them because previously I made videos for them. This year I did them in shorts, a minute long, and it took me all of 5 minutes to copy and paste and do that. It was phenomenally easier, and there was a sense of lightness about it rather than I got my glimmer, but now I need to film.
Now you have to do work.
Now I have to do the work instead of just enjoying it. Part of it, people noticed it. I was doing them while I was walking a lot of times, which is a really helpful reminder for me. Gerald, glimmers are not just, they don't live in your head. They live in your body.
Yes.
Move around. So that's a big, important thing for me. Big, important thing. So, Maru has shared the deities of writing. The god Thoth was patron of scribes and credited with inventing writing, wisdom, and magic. The goddess Seshat was also associated with writing. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
The written word was believed to have magical properties. Committing something to writing made it real and permanent. Spells were written on objects and monuments to enchant them or provide protection. I'm a firm believer if you're working on manifesting something, write it down. It gets it out of the ether and into the physical aspect.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. What might be some of your favorite glimmers? Betsy, I'm going to start with you. Do you have a favorite glimmer that you have written down that you taunted me with?
I have two. Well, I have a lot of ocean stories. This fall was magic in the water and more than I can describe, but I'll do two. Number one, dolphins to me have always been kind of Weisenheimers.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit like horses. Horses can size up a person really quickly. And if you're fearful or if you're uncertain about them, they like to kind of make your life more difficult. They play tricks on you and they misbehave on purpose to get your goat. Dolphins, same. So I always thought those magical stories of the heart opening experience and life is a dream and nothing's ever the same. I always thought that was people like on an adrenaline rush or something.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was swimming with the squad, and there was a big pot of dolphins that were hovering around a bait ball, fish, or small sardines or mackerel or whatever. And a friend said, "Look, what's those fins?" And so we went over to the fins to see the dolphins, and there was 4 dolphins lined up, kind of from the biggest one closest to me near the bottom. So as I was diving down to check this little rascal out, all of a sudden, guess what? Guess who felt this thing radiating in my chest? An undescribable feeling of expansion. I started screaming and laughing in my snorkel. I couldn't help it. I couldn't control it. So, and of course, that dolphin's just looking at me like, and so away they go. We had our moment, away they go. And another friend that missed it, we doubled back to go see them. And there's this line of dolphins again. So I dive down and I say to him, "I promise I won't scream this time."
I love that.
So apparently it is real. I have been humbled. And it's a feeling that is, you cannot really translate what it feels like, guys. It's like the ultimate meditation when you hit that heart space and your whole body just feels like it's getting huge. I don't know how else to describe it. Truly magic. The other one was out swimming one day and I saw something flipping around. I was like, I don't know what that is. But some tourists went out and I thought, well, if it's a shark, it's either big enough that it's going to go to them or it's small enough that it's going to run away. It did neither. It just kept flopping around. I was like, well, that might be a manta ray. So I went out there, sure enough, juvenile manta ray. And it was lovely going around saying hello to everyone. And so when the little bugger comes around me, I go, "Hi, honey, how are you today?" And so we started playing for an hour. The little rascal was feeding on plankton and taking turns saying hello to all the tourists. And it was actually on the surface instead of down below where they normally are. And it would just go on a loop and it would come right to me on the surface and come right to me and then flip over and show me the belly and then flip over and show me the back. And it just kept going in circles to where even somebody noticed this and said, "That thing likes you. I'm going to hang out with you." And it, honest to goodness, went on for an hour. And little bugger kind of touched me just barely once and again, almost a second time, but just kept coming back and coming back and coming back. And it was so much fun. I was, "Oh, I love you. I love you." All of it, crying and just wishing I could hug the little rascal. And then somebody came out, somebody had to have their fair share of the experience and started going after it. And I didn't like that person's vibe at all.
Uh-huh.
So little bugger had gone to see them and took a big loop around and came back to me. And I said, "Look, it's been a while. I'm going to go in. I don't like that vibe. I think you should go too."
I love that. I love that.
Just to think that there's sea life that we tend to think of them as just an automatic rejection of humans. I mean, we all see the whale and the shark videos where they're interacting, and it's hard to believe, like, did they bait the water or did they make a sound to summon these things? But just to be out there on a day and having this animal that could be anywhere it wanted to be, want to be with you.
Yeah. I love that. That's incredible. And
Hi, Akila.
Plucky has a book titled "Write It Down, Make It Happen" by Harriet Glaser. Excellent for manifesting and setting goals. I like that. Janet DC said, "Long ago, before I was awake, a large pod of dolphins surrounded me for a time. I wish I could have gotten messages from them. That would have been amazing. Great stories, Betsy." Yeah. And yeah, we come from the sea.
True.
And Bridget Vintage is here. Hello, Bridget. Thank you for the light and love. Deb, were there any that sort of you want to share?
Well, Monkey got up here, so I can't stand up, but I bought this sweatshirt. I was out on my scooter in the Walmart. I don't go into Walmart without my scooter anymore. So I was toddling along to where I needed to go across, because, you know, if you need two things, they're going to be at opposite ends of the store. So I was going along, and I saw this sweatshirt that I'm wearing now that had it says "Time for me to fly," and it's a skeleton with butterfly wings sitting on a mushroom that looks like it could be a spaceship, and there are other butterflies around. And so this it gave me it was a good glimmer then, and it's a good glimmer today because I get to wear it. But I also have had just joy watching the leaves. I know this is one I put on my list every year. Watching the leaves swirl, it just makes me happy. Watching dragonflies that look like fairies instead of dragonflies out in the winter, where they're not supposed to be out in the winter, kinds of things, just things that have made me feel so special. I can't articulate all of them because there are so many, but you know, my partner and I were in a diner we like to go to. We went to this diner 3 days in a row just recently because he was home, and they have everything that we like. And the third day, so we were there on Christmas Day, the day after Christmas, and then the day after Christmas. And the waitress, who has not served us before, but who we get at our table this time, comes up to us and says, "Welcome back." Because now they know us because I have purple hair and a purple walker. And, and so it was just, you know, it was such a little thing, but just her acknowledging that they recognize us now. And so usually I've worked in restaurants. When they recognize you, they take care of you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so that was just a lovely, lovely little glimmer.
Yes. Betsy, were you going to share something with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Hell's Bells, you know, likes my hat, and I did make it.
Yes, you did.
It's great. And I did see something from
and get in line. Deb and I are already pre-ordering.
Yeah.
And Jen said, "Gerald, a while ago I watched you knit socks. You inspired me to go back to crocheting. I was able to make loving, warm gifts for all my kids and grandkids for Christmas."
That's beautiful.
I love that. And I think that's great. And Dr. Pam said, research by Heart Math Institute has shown that specific techniques can induce heart coherence, a state of physiological and emotional balance, emotions like appreciation, compassion, care, and love.
I'm going to take that as my glimmer for the day because I had a friend tell me to look into heart math a long time ago, and I've never done it. Thank you.
I'm writing that down. Everybody write it down. Oh, and you know, I'm going to do that funny thing. You know, Dr. Pam is the author of Cracking the Happiness Code, which I just recently got because she has been on talking with Linda De Gonzalez and Diane G. Really insightful conversations, very insightful conversations. If you haven't seen those, go watch them. I also just here's an interesting visual. You know, Deb on a scooter. How fast does the scooter go, Deb?
5 miles an hour.
Oh, come on. It goes faster than that when you're behind the wheel. But just everybody, just make sure you realize Deb's going to be wearing her helmet, you know, her glimmer helmet.
And my scooter is turquoise colored.
Oh, I love that.
Nice.
Hell's Bells is like, when we can order, really? Sheesh. Vicky said, I had one with a dragonfly and a hummingbird when I was still in Vegas. The dragonfly was gold and hovered right in front of me. Then a week later, same thing happened with a hummingbird.
Somebody's coming to see you. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell's Bells said, I would definitely treat myself to one. I don't do much for myself, but would for something that awesome. Well, you know, you could treat yourself to a reading.
That too.
Yeah, Deb's Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Yes.
And you have sparkles instead of monkeys. You have sparkles.
I'm seeing Deb like Evil Knievel. I love it. What you know, a good thing for me was actually I'm wearing one of my, you know, my glimmer for this hat is because there's something very satisfying for me about finishing something. I have a lot of ideas, a lot of things, a lot of really good ideas that I start, and being able to stay with one and get it done really, really made me happy. It just that it's like, yeah, there we go. I needed that. And I didn't realize how much I needed that finish that I can wear. So it just is that, okay, you can do this. Because sometimes, I don't know about y'all, some days things feel very heavy for me. And I am doing what I can to take care of myself. I'm limiting some of my amount of time on social media. I'm turning off my devices so I can wind down. I'm trying to eat slowly so I don't overeat. And it is so I was working on the hat, and it's just like, yeah, let's do that. And it's like, you know, I've only got a little bit more to go. And was this after I was watching? I think it may have been after I was watching The Bishop's Wife, Betsy. You were talking about that movie?
Love that movie.
And I'm like going, oh, heck yeah. And so.
I have to butt in here.
Please.
Gerald, every once in a while, you cock your head in such a way that the two colored round, yes, like that, look like little tassels on your on your cap. And that's given me a great deal of joy every time it happens.
And this is a Lego wreath.
Oh, is it a wreath?
Lego.
I mean, yeah, I know.
Yes, I have been spoiling myself putting Lego set together.
So,
and that's been fun.
It's perfect because it makes it look like you have tassels on your hat.
I've also said it makes me look horny. Gives me horns. Moon Fox Knight said, just wanted to stop by and say hi to everyone. Have a great day. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Many blessings.
Happy.
And Bridget loves that movie. Watches it every year. And J Cat Ladies also likes the movie. And yeah. So it was a very, so the nice thing for me with the Glimmer is it was a lighter experience this year rather than I'm going to do this. Oh, and you know what I realized? This is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make any decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really.
Gerald, I kind of agree with your feeling light lighter this year about it, that it's not like you didn't have to go and do the work. I didn't feel like it was a burden to look for glimmers.
Yeah.
I think I wonder if it's something to do with ending a 9-year, you know, that things are closing out, coming to an end, running their cycle. You know, it just feels like it's not as heavy as it did maybe a year or two ago. That it's
It certainly could be, because I didn't start this like the previous 2 years. And then I think it was Plucky Heroine who sort of nudged and said, "Are we doing this year?" And I went, "Okay, we can do this." And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did.
I'm glad you did too.
Well, and it's fun. I know this may surprise both of you and everybody watching the playback. I'm a very social person. So sometimes it felt like I was doing things in isolation, and I didn't really like that. I like to be part of a group experience that elevates it for me, because everybody can have their own experience, and we're just sharing that everybody's having their own experience, which immediately lifts it, in my opinion. It's like, as we've talked about, the two of us talked previously about the energy grid, and if we each do authentically what we do and make it available, it makes everything stronger, because I think it actually makes it stronger because of the diversity.
Yes.
So
diversity is like a patchwork quilt. You know, it's individually the pieces aren't very strong, but once you stitch them all together, it's a strong, useful thing. And it can be a work of art, like Gerald does his art quilts. Once it's stitched together, it's a strong, useful thing. And so diversity is that way. Once we all gather together and hold hands, whether that's energetically or in real life, then we are stronger together.
Yeah. Plucky says the introvert in them appreciates the extrovert in me.
Yes.
Dr. Pamela wanted to know if The Bishop's Wife is a funny movie. It's not a ha-ha funny.
It's not a comedy. There's lighthearted parts to it.
Yeah.
But it's also not, it's not a thriller. It's not psychological. It's very straightforward, but it is not a rom-com.
Yeah. Nalani says, I'm still feeling the heavy effects of the 9. Looking forward to manifesting magic in 2026.
We touched on that backstage, how things are happening so fast right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people are leaving the physical plane.
They are.
And I do naturally, I think people during this time of the year, there is, in my personal experience, your results may vary. A lot of times people have, they transition this time of the year, and lots of changes occur.
Yeah, my dad checked out a couple of days before Thanksgiving 2019. I was so glad he didn't have to see COVID in his 90s, 93. Yeah, so glad he didn't have to see COVID.
Yeah. Yeah. And so glimmers are a great way to connect with that idea of gratitude, the joy, because I have, let's see, where is it? It's I love this, the world is heavy. Glimmers are tiny rebellions of joy. Keep noticing them, keep writing them down.
Yes.
So I part of me snickers when I go, I'm being rebellious. I'm recognizing this joy.
Yes.
Recognizing this joy. Oh, that reminds me of a great glimmer that I had. I was going to the grocery store, and there was someone who was buying some frozen pizzas, and he was using a card, one of his benefits cards, and he was trying to get the code, and he couldn't remember it, and he kept looking at me and saying, I'm sorry, and I'm like, it's okay. I'm supposed to be here. It's all cool. And then there are like more people behind, and Gerald, just little energetic me, created a little bit of a bubble to keep anybody's feelings reflected back to themselves. And I looked at him and I said, it's all fine. He's like, and so the cashier was being really helpful, and she wasn't in a rush. And so he got the code. His card didn't cover everything. And she says, okay, do you have another way to pay for such and such? And he's like, yeah, and so he pulls out all of the change he has in his pocket. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, that's not going to be enough. As I'm reaching to get my card so I can pay for it, the cashier said, if you can't cover it, it's okay. I will. And, she's counting all that stuff. She grabbed, I'm getting emotional thinking about it. She grabbed her wallet, paid for his, while I'm trying to hand her my card. And she's like, nope, I got it. And the guy was just dumbfounded, and he appreciated it. And she looked at him and she said, I've had people do this for me. I'm doing it for others. And I'm like, yes. It's like,
Paying it forward. Yeah.
yes. And the fact that somebody beat me to it. It was sort of a race in order to like, ooh. It was fun. And I looked at her, and I'm a person who, when I go to a store, I like to make eye contact with people. And I smiled at her, and she said, so many people have done that for me. And I thought, well, you're very kind. Thank you. It's like, it was great. So Christine did share.
Your job there was to witness it. Your job was to witness it.
Yeah. And I mean, and he was just like so worried, and he's just so happy. And I'm just like going, great. It's like, this is easy. Excuse me. We can choose to make it easy, or we can choose to make it hard.
Yes.
I choose to make it as easy as possible. And when I am that firm believer, I was supposed to be there.
You were.
Because that guy behind me, or the people behind me, they didn't have enough time to get frustrated, because I just sort of went, ooh, let's radiate some, loving kindness.
You held the space for the magic event to happen.
Yes.
Yep, it was great.
Absolutely.
Like, whew. So
beautiful story. Thank you.
Thank you. It was one of those things that I think that was a bonus one too. I was like, what? It's like, capture those. Those are so cool. And Christine Thomas said the anniversary of my dad's crossing over was yesterday. And Hell's Bells also said 4 years ago, farewell to Mom. So, wow. I also think I was talking to somebody about grieving. I'm going to go off on a little tangent, if that's okay, because I think this all relates.
Okay.
Somebody was talking about dealing with the loss of a loved one. And I'm like, so I simply said, it's really hard. And they just sort of, what? It's like, it's really hard to lose someone you love. And somebody in the chat recently said, the depth of the feeling of grief shows the depth of the love that was lived. I also think we also have to cut ourselves a break and just be sad, be angry, be frustrated.
If you don't allow yourself to feel the sorrow and the anger, it's like a loop then, right? I
Yes.
know people that I care about that are in a loop, and it's just it's so individual. There's no timeline, there's no order. Allow yourself to feel it all.
Yes. Yes. Selena has joined us. Hello, Selena, Essence of the Moon. It's good to see you. Angie Burks is here. And it is one of those things, I think, cutting ourselves a break and expecting us to fit into a box of what other people do is just ridiculous. No one's glimmers are the same as yours. There's plenty of glimmers around.
Yes. There's plenty for all of us.
Yes, yes. And and the more we appreciate them and the more we celebrate, the more opportunities we have to grab them and to see them and live the glimmers.
Yes.
I love that. Living the glimmers. And what are you two thinking about it, or is anybody thinking about ways to keep the glimmers going moving forward? By the way, for those of you who are just watching, you can start your glimmer right now if you want. There's no start, there's no end. You do it. So
Even if you just journal it, just get a notebook and start one word a day. It's like training a muscle, or
yes.
training a physical body to learn a new skill, training the heart space to develop a new talent of finding. We're so quick to find the difficulty, but our culture doesn't seem to want to embrace the notice of the glimmers, small and large, in every single day.
Yes.
It's just not really instilled in us. And so we can train ourselves to find a balance. If you like looking at the hardships, if that works for your life, that's great. But if you want something else and want to give it a try, yeah, just write something down every day.
Yeah. And and Angie says, I do that as much as possible. Good. That's what's important. Just keep showing up.
Okay, so somebody asked, what is the glimmer?
Yes, that was Angie. Yes, it's the opposite of a trigger. But what's interesting, a glimmer and a trigger do the same thing to activate a response. And part of it is the reticular activating system. When we start to recognize that, we see more of them. And a glimmer is when we have the idea of, it's when our biology and gives us a connection and regulation to our nervous system. It's basically when we feel safe. I like to say it's when we feel connected.
Yes.
So it can look different ways to different things.
As you might imagine, most of my glimmers are elephant related. I have quite a number of elephant related glimmers. I wanted to say that one thing that I do to consciously allow glimmers is I remove as much negative as I can. So like, I don't watch the news hardly ever. I do keep myself informed, but as far as just sitting down and watching a news program, I don't do it. I have certain people or places, mostly on the internet, that I trust, that I look to find that. So I wipe out as much negativity as possible, and that sort of cleans the slate for the glimmers to come through so that they're able to be noticed.
I think it's a really important thing to say we are not discounting the difficulty in the
No.
world.
No.
We're not talking about discounting that. We're talking about recognizing it and where we put our energy and where we want to focus our energy.
Right. And it's important to stay informed, but you don't have to immerse yourself into
Correct.
the negativity. So yeah, be informed, have the ability to notice what's going on around you, but don't make that the main thing. You can still live your best life even when bad things are happening in the world.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, Silk and Steel said, I just finished replacing the plugs and coils on my Prius by myself, and one of the plugs was stuck, and it took me 2 hours to get it out, and I finished in time to make it to my doctor's appointment.
Mm-hmm.
I was more than a glimmer. That was a glow up.
That was a glow up for sure.
I love that. And Plucky's shared, noticing the roses so we can stop and smell them.
Yes.
That's a nice way to do that. And does it count as a glimmer when you see something online that makes you feel glimmery, or should they be in your life and surroundings? Prob, there are no rules. Well, there are no rules.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Does that count?
I think it counts. If you got a physical response from it, it counts.
Yeah.
And we all know guides will get to us any way they can. Wherever we're going to notice it is the avenue they're going to take.
Yes. And I love the fact that it makes you feel glimmery.
Mm-hmm.
That's your indication it's a glimmer.
It is.
And I want to, let's normalize the idea of talking about these ideas of glimmers, roses, whatever you want to call them, in our daily life. Sit down with people at lunch if you work. Sit with your family or your friends or on the phone. Ask people, what was one thing that made you feel good today? What was something positive you noticed? And
I like what Maru says. If it enters your awareness, it counts.
There you go.
Yep.
Golf clap on that one.
Yes. Hell's Bell said, a few weeks back, I had an abundance of dragonflies dancing in front of my house. I looked up and down the block, nothing. I knew the dragonflies were my ancestors and were visiting via them.
Yes.
Love that. Ascending Universal Butterfly says hi to everyone in chat. Jen said, each year I choose a phrase for the year. The past two were lead with love and say yes. Yes, I think I have just found my 2026 phrase. Sprinkle life with glimmers.
Nice, Jen. Good one.
Because it's so true. We never know if we're going to be someone's glimmer. We never know until they tell us. So go forth and be glimmery.
Sparkle all you like.
Sparkle. I love that. I'm auditioning words for the year for my word, and I'm considering I'm auditioning them. I'll end up talking about it a little bit later, but it's a very interesting thing of trying to remove negativity associated with words. How do I reframe this? Does that make sense to what I'm saying?
It does.
Yeah.
The minute you said that, I heard Wallace Shawn scream, "Inconceivable!"
No.
I'm going with that one. The year of the fire horse. The one year in the year of the fire horse, I'm going with inconceivable because so much weird stuff has happened in the past 5 years. Every morning I wake up and want to say that. Or at least go to bed at night and go, what the hell was that? Inconceivable. That's it.
That is sort of my word for the year coming up is perception. And that kind of goes with what my word is, Betsy, because it's all about perception. And I think some of it's not real.
Yeah, a lot of it's not real. You can't tell the difference anymore.
I know.
No art is on video and audio. Forget it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't believe your eyes anymore.
No.
Because unless the figure has 6 fingers, or you can kind of tell then.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like most video of on short format, reels and clips and whatnot, you're looking at it and you go, is that like a really cheap, crappy filter, or is that AI?
Right.
What the hell is going on? That's not human.
Yeah.
Well, that's not even an animal, and that's not even really a vegetable. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
As light workers, we all have the ability to sparkle. I would say, as light workers, we all have the responsibility to sparkle.
Yes.
If you want to call it that.
I agree.
So
we are in service.
Yep, in being in service. So Bridget says, yes, I love how you reframe things. It's so helpful. And ascending universal butterflies, having a great relationship with my inner child is a daily glimmer for me. We sing from the same hymn sheet.
Aww.
I like that. Bridget said, I think my word for the year is evolve.
Cool. That's a cool word.
Thank you, Jen. Or Janet. I'm auditioning the word, so Silk and Steel said, I think I'm going with interesting and sort of like interesting and. But I'm auditioning right now. The word that I'm auditioning is curate.
I like that word. I like it a lot.
I love that.
So, because there's that.
Curate the life you desire.
Yes.
Ooh. That's
I also do that thing where I deep dive and this is what is the not etymology. Is it etymology of the word?
Yes.
Entomology?
Entomology is
bugs.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Etymology is words.
So I'm going back and I'm looking at the layers of meanings because Irish Granny Helen and I talked about words and how words, I think we're losing a lot of words. That's super awesome. What are some of the words that kids are using these days? It's like
they're not even words. They're
get frustrated. Yeah. I just get frustrated when people say, that makes me, that's super exciting. There's a better word. There's a word for that.
Yes.
Thrilling. Try that.
Try that. Yes. So. Yes. So it's like an unwillingness to look for a more appropriate word to use.
Yeah. Well,
you have to think about it.
What? You have to actually put some magic behind it? What? Who would ever do that?
My word was given to me by my guides, so I'm sort of obligated to use it this year.
Well, I mean, you don't have to on your own head,
but they'll make faces at me and blow raspberries and stuff if I don't. Because they're my guides because they'll do that.
I think everybody who is here can have a very unique relationship with their guides.
Yes.
I think people develop those. I love that. Develop your relationship. I think that's great.
Yes.
Hellspell says, I've always told myself change is challenging and challenge is changing. And then I find growth. It's a healthy way to look at it for you. Yeah. So I want to say thank you to everybody who has joined us for this year GlimmerGlobe. I am honored to have shared space with these two amazing people, Betsy and Deb. And I want to say thank you to everybody for spending your time with us, your stories, and your glimmers. This might be the wrap-up show, but for your GlimmerGlobe, it does not have to end here.
Yeah.
After we sign off, take a minute to write down one glimmer from today and add it to your globe, your mental checklist, your journal, your altar. If this works for you, share the glimmer in the comments and make your own GlimmerGlobe videos. Feel free to do that. I mean, this is, may your glimmers help finding you, especially when the world feels heavy. Find those glimmers. Go out and search for them.
Yes.
So, and thank you, everybody, so much for being here. We will say farewell. Bye.